Alright, so this is at 2K. So if I do this design, doesn't work, I wouldn't be able to get the nuclear waste in there anyways. So it would have to be like this. Right? It would have to be like that. No heating issues on my base. Nice, nice. I was running it on old 4790K GTX 970 without lag issues. So it'll probably be fine. Yeah, but you weren't streaming it, right? That's the problem. That's the problem. You weren't streaming. The streaming adds a lot of weight to the build. Like running OBS, it's kind of heavy. Imagine having 75% of your computer. That's probably what it's comparable to. Like streaming, you only get around 70 to 80% of the amount of processing power. Because the other stuff is just, you know, doing the OBS stuff. So if we do this, how much radiation when I get on the side? 14? I guess it's not bad. And then we'll just capture all the rad bolts coming down. Alright, I think this is going to be the design. Alright, so we're going to build this out. Ladder. Sure. Go over here, come up, and then we're going to need some drywall. This is gold. Good. Sandstone. We need to find a mineral with the least amount of radiation absorption. Alright, so solids. They don't give me a good list. That's fine. So sandstone, we know it's a 0.7, right? 0.7, and then we have mafic. 0.65, so it's weaker. Granite. 0.7. And then what else do we have? Igneous, we don't have a lot of. Obsidian, ceramic, and sedimentary. Sedimentary is 0.7. I think I should use refined metals, man. The freaking minerals have a lot of radiation absorption. Obsidian. 0.75. It's getting stronger. Copper refined. 0.61. Iron refined. 0.66. So gold refined is actually what I want. Lead is actually very radiation absorption. Oh, depleted uranium. Oh, this has a low melting point, though, so I can't use that. Feels bad. Actually, I don't know if that actually matters. Oh, this has a huge radiation absorption? What the heck? Oh, it actually emits radiation per 1,000 kilograms. We're not going to get it, though, because this is only 100. Okay, so that means refined gold is the solution. Because refined gold is a 0.35. Okay, we'll take that. We'll take that. No, it doesn't. It emits if you have enough mass. But because there's not enough mass when you build this, it's not going to emit anything. Trust me. That's how that works. That's how that works. So we're going to need 3 solid tiles here of gold. So we'll just probably need just the 3 on the metal refinery right here. 1, 2, 3. 300 kilograms. Now we're going to need background tiles on the drywall. And this shouldn't matter, right? This shouldn't matter. I'm going to use mafic. It's going to be these 2. And then we need a way to move nuclear waste vertically. So we have to pump it up. Which should be fine. And then we're going to need the rad bolt generators here. Obsidian, high melting point. And then we're probably going to have another one. We can actually move this up. That might make this kind of nice. Like up to here. Get a 5th one. No, we'll probably just do it like that. Actually, this side and this side's the same. Oh, so if I get 5, I also get number 4. Huh. How much radiation is on here? 1,400. This one is not actually... Oh, okay, so we do it like this. Ah, nice design, nice design. Oh, and then we put a reflector here. Yo! That's kind of pog. Because we could just shoot diagonally all to the same spot. Use prime numbers. So that the rad bolt generators never shoot at the same time. And we should be good. That's probably actually the design, yeah. We would need to get a little bit of waste here. Oh, I can't drip anything, though. Because it's in the way. Ah, it's such a pain. That's such a pain. What's going on, Mr. Tarandra? How are you? Hope you're doing well. What's good, man? Refined gold, let's go. These two I need. And then... Oh, because of how this works, I need to have this airflow. I need a drip of nuclear waste here. Yeah. So this does have to get removed. Okay, this is weird. Okay, so I need to build that nuclear waste drip now. Okay. So... I probably have it on the left side then. Right here. Let's mine this out. We are not the master of this. We are taking our time, though. So normally people get their butt kicked by this mod. We're taking it easy. So I want to say because we're taking it easy, it's not that bad, right? Because if the mod, by design, is supposed to be chaotic, and if we're having an easy time with it, I think we're doing good. I think we're doing good. So I want to say that we're doing all right, Mr. Toronto. You are what's good. Happy Friday. Yes, sir. Happy Friday indeed. I checked out Undisputed, dude. A lot of not good stuff about it from what I hear. Oh, man. A lot of people saying that there's no content. We have to wait. So I don't know if I'm going to be getting that, Mr. Toronto. Feels bad, man. Taraja, dude, if you want to do like a co-op stream, I have some ideas of things we could do, but it's the game choice is what matters. So I don't know if you're into like playing Pokemon. I don't know if you're into that stuff, man. But the thing is that it's only if you want to, because I know someone else that plays Pokemon, so I wanted to ask them first. But I just haven't had the time. The freaking time is of the essence, man. But are you open to playing Pokemon, like some of the old school ones? Not you know, the original Red and Blue. If it goes back that far, it's gonna be a little bit of quality of life issues. Alright, so I need this, and then I'm gonna need this. The gas of choice shouldn't matter. I'll probably try to use hydrogen if possible. I'll probably need to mine this out. It's necessary. Alright, this I'll mine out as well. Kinda like that. Yeah, kinda like that. You know how you wanted to do the Link to the Past randomizer? They have that for Pokemon. And since I know Pokemon, it's much easier for me to play that. Now, it's cool to do the Link to the Past randomizer too. It's just that I don't have any knowledge of playing that. So it's like, it's much easier for me to kind of like get into and learn because I already know Pokemon, right? That's the logic behind it. Hey, TX with a gift sub. Thank you so much. Gifts up to the homie Tarandra. Appreciate it. You know what it is, Mr. Tarandra. Enjoy the emotes. E20 does ad-free viewing. Don't forget that legit sub batch. But yo, man, thank you so much for the support. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. We're just going to grab a bubble of hydrogen from the line right here. Let's pull it straight up. It's not going to be too crazy. There we go. Just DM me, we could set something up. Gotcha, gotcha. Are you willing to do Pokemon, though? Like, do you have knowledge about playing the Pokemon games? Because I don't want to force you to do it or anything like that. Gotcha, gotcha. Which version is your favorite? Which version are you the most knowledgeable of? That's probably a good question. Probably a good question. Alright, so this is mineable now with the insulated tiles there. And then I need this. This should be fine. Drop that. Get this here. And then this should be a regular pipeline for build speed. And then just follow the gas vent line. And then we go to here. There we go. Old school 152, but I know through Gen 4-ish. Okay. So my favorite version was when they redid gold and silver. So they have heart, gold, soul, silver. You remember when they redid it? I think that was Gen 4. So it's the old school Gen 2 playthrough, but they have the updated mechanics of combat. Ooh, shovel eggs. I'm taking that. That's food right there. Alright, so shovel eggs. We gotta grab those guys. Shovel eggs. Nice. Please move the shovel eggs. Please, 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 please. Okay, could move in the eggs, please. Alright, alright. No pending deliveries? Makes me worried. Are all the eggs there? Oh, they dropped the eggs into here. The grand travesties. Come on, someone pick up the shovel eggs. That's actually important, dude. Actually important. My guys are slacking off. Yeah, all the old Pokemon games plays exact same way, different Pokemon. Okay, okay. Gotcha, gotcha. I need a way to purify polluted water without sand. I get regolith my next setup. Purify water without sand. Have you ever met a gulpfish? That's exactly what he does. He consumes polluted water and gives you clean water. The natural filter, as they say. All natural. If you got some gulpfish or some pacus, you could try to force evolution. If you can. They can live in 30°C water. It's just that for you to get a gulpfish, the regular pacu has to be in a colder environment. Gulpfish is in my 20° water right now, and they survive up into... Wait, no, 25. I'm sorry. I lied. It's 25. I lied. So you probably have to chill the water. Pacus, though, they go up to 80. So if that's the case, yo man, you could boil it and get steam, and then you just get hot water as a result. Maybe that works. Oh, look at the natural gas. That's actually fine if that's the case. Just gotta move the sand out, get that in, get the liquid lock in. Alright, this is actually ready. Wow, that was fast building that. Boiling works, man. Boiling works. Alright, we're gonna drip out nuclear waste right here. We're gonna grab a hydrogen bubble after we're done. And then we gotta swap the vent with the gas line afterwards. Tried some trial methods, but they were slow. Feels bad. Reckon I'm just gonna get a regolith cooler. Yo, man. If it works, that would work too. The thing with that is, you would have to make sure that the you have to cool it after the steam turbine. Yeah, he's playing mini base. He's probably out of raw minerals to crush into sand. You could try to grow salt. I don't know if that's worth it. All right, so I haven't actually mopped up nuclear waste yet, so let's go for that. And then I think it's time to open up this nuclear waste bubble. So let's mop up all the liquids here, actually. Let's mop this up as well. And then we're going to open up the nuclear waste and have it spread out. So let's mop it up first. That's going to be the first step. And then once we get enough nuclear waste, we'll start moving it. Let's go, let's go. Oh, you have saltwater geyser. Oh, yeah. If you didn't know, salt crushes the sand 1-to-1. Right here. Salt to sand, 1-to-1, and then you get table salt. Pretty sweet. It's pretty sweet. Good deal. Your dupes get salt, and so do you. I mean, no, you get sand, I'm sorry. You give your dupes hot oxygen for the oxygen mask? That's a setup right there. What a guy, man. What a guy. Oh, there's no power here. Oh, of all the things. Let's get a multi-use power line that goes vertical. I think this is going to be necessary because we're going to need one for the rad bolt generators anyway. And probably the natural gas. So I want to say this is probably normal to have. Let's go like this. We're going to need that anyways. We'll just build that now. Hot O2 with massive suits doesn't affect the dupes as long as it doesn't melt the suit, as far as I know. Yeah, it's not going to be a problem most of the time. And you are correct. It's just that, man, it's messed up, dude. It's messed up. I even cool the oxygen for my dupes, man. You see my suit line? 18 degrees, baby. Fully stocked with cold air. Only way to do it. Sometimes you just gotta keep it stocked. Alright, so we're building that. We need to make a pressure now. Naphtha is probably gonna be the play. And then let's seal this up. We should be good now. So construction on the tiles are gonna be priority. And then this is priority 9. And then we can build the power afterwards because we don't need to pump it yet. We do have the gas pipeline to build, but we'll do that later. And I need to get the nuclear waste to be dropped off here. Nice. It's almost ready already. Next thing we need to do is prioritize the power wire so that I could actually pump. That's almost done already. And then this is ready. We need to get a drop of nuclear waste on this tile. That's going to be the goal. And then once we're done with that, we could deconstruct this. I can actually deconstruct this now. I need to deconstruct this. And then we need to have a ladder right here. This ladder doesn't work because I go 1, 2, 3. No, it does. I can climb that up. Okay, we'll have to build these 2 ladders next. And then we have to build out this tile so that we could hold a gas on that tile. Such a weird setup. I guess we could do this now. Because we were trying to hold the gas there. And then I still need to have water here to keep it from spilling out. Because the vacuum is going to reduce the amount of gas on that tile. I don't want that to happen. I already have the drywall, so it's not that bad. Alright, gold amalgam. That's rare. Gotta remember it's there. Gonna build out the stuff. Waiting for the power line. We want to start capturing the natural gas soon. Naphtha on that side, it's not bad. Alright, after that delivery, we'll turn this off. And nice. Alright. Meteor shower. We're protected. Yep, we are. We are protected. I am going to miss the free iron that we get from that, though. And the free carbon dioxide. Oh, they're building this, though. It's pretty good. So we did need an Atmos sensor here. Put this on low priority. Probably make this out of, out of iron. Haha. 99, baby. Temperature, this is down to 15. We gotta heat this back up. Okay, so the power line is complete. Everything here is constantly off-gassing, so let me do this. It's gonna bubble up on my nuclear waste. I don't want that to happen. So we're gonna mine everything so it falls down. And then we're just gonna build tiles here. And then sweep the dirt. That probably goes to here. Oh, I can't reach this part. Oh, crap. Okay, so I know I need these two. And then let's ladder up this way. And then that's regolith. We need to mine that. And then we have to go through this way. Once we get to there, we got to climb down. And then mine out these two tiles and get under. Also go down this way. I don't want to break the water. Nah, that's probably fine. Oh, he's stuck. Save yourself. He's good, he's good. Okay, okay. Need this tile still before we can actually move the nuclear waste. Let's actually look at that. Wait, it's discovered, but we don't have it? Oh, it auto-emptied again. Yeah, classic nuclear waste. It's having the nuclear waste glitch. Not glitch, but it's doing what it does. This does its thing. Alright, so we're gonna mine this. We're gonna mine that. So we're doing this so that we could get close to the nuclear waste without having it break. Right? So that's going to be what we do first. And then once we break it, we want it to not flood. So we're trying to dig out a little bit of a dip for that. Now, we also have to make sure we don't crack the other nuclear waste bubbles accidentally. We're doing this one at a time. Should be good. All right. Free natural gas. I do want to start moving it, though, so we do need something like this. I guess go this way, makes sense. Just have to go around. This is done. This is done. Let's get the waste here. And then the mines are coming out. Good stuff, good stuff. So this isn't cracking because of how the pressure rules work out. So we're doing all right. I hate nuclear waste for that reason, that it leaks horribly from containers. Yep, classic nuclear waste, man. You got to put it in a pool, dude. Nuclear waste belongs in a pool. Mopping up the waste, let's go. 200 grams at a time. Wait, this is immediately dumping? Why was that infinite mop? Wait a second. This nuclear waste is infinite? Every time I mop, nothing happens to the puddle. Whoa. This is some memory leak shenanigans. Y'all see that? Did y'all see that? We have... How much is this? 40 grams. And somehow I kept mopping so that the waste went up to freaking 1.4. Dude, what the hell's going on, man? That's a pure glitch, though. Like, that's literally pure glitch. What I mean by pure glitch is that shouldn't be how that works. That's really weird. Pure glitch. The corium leaks the waste. Oh, that's why it was, is what you're saying. Oh, I see what you're saying, Carcer. Yeah. You're right. It was the corium, yeah. I didn't even notice it was corium here, man. I thought this was obsidian. It looks like obsidian. It really does. That's a good eye, though. That's a good eye. Yeah, and it makes sense that the mass, or it's a little bit low. It makes a lot more sense now. Thank you for pointing that out, man. I was going crazy. I was like, what the hell? That's not how that works. All right, so we move the wastes. Mamba's my spirit animal. What's going on? Nardwell, I see you over there. Hope you're doing well. Mamba loves his naps. Mamba loves to stay cozy. And of course, there is nothing wrong with that. All right, so 6 kilograms is the limit. All right, so that means I could move my hydrogen bubble into here now. And now the hydrogen won't leak out. And then we're going to deconstruct the vents and then the pipeline here. And then we could leave that there. It's fine. Nothing else is going to matter. So from here, that's connected. I am going to grab this and have this go upwards. That's how we're going to grab our hydrogen. And then I cut this, and it should keep flowing. Nice. And then we'll reroute this back down. This is going to allow us to get infinite pressure. Let's sweep the tile. Nuclear waste still there. So that the hydrogen, once it releases, it's going to be trapped. Nice. So now we have hydrogen here for infinite pressure. So now the vent gets deleted. And the gas pipes. So we'll just do that much for now. Let's do construction max priority. Sweep max priority. And then let's check on the vol eggs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It keeps going up and down, dude. This game. Alright, we'll check after we sweep these eggs really quick. That's it, right? That's all of them? Unless it's Aelthar? Nope. Yeah, I think it's all of them. Yeah, check the shovels, man. You don't want them to run around loose. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That's all the eggs. Nice. Alright, good stuff. We'll do the second half soon. This is good setup. So what we need to do now here is a liquid vent. And then we just have a regular pipeline here. That used to be at the bottom. And then we want this at a priority 9. After this is done, we're going to have to sweep the aluminum as well. We could put the airflow tile here and get more nuclear waste. And then we're going to have the infinite pressure nuclear waste design. Let's go. Now, after that, we need to do cooling for the rad bolt generators. That's going to be the next step, of course. So, since it's going to be 4, I have a very jank setup for this. Let's let him build. Nice. Get the gold amalgam. We shouldn't have to go inside anymore. We could redo the pipes from the outside. Since we're in space exposure, regular pipes are all we're going to need. Overheated, that's a security door still. Nice, nice. Let's move the ladder down so that we could get the rad bolt generator right there. Alright, so now I need to figure out how I want to do the conductive panels. So it's going to be like this. Right? And then the design is generator, so it's like that. Right? That should be how that lines up. Oh, this could be moved up. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, active tiles is where the cursor is. So the active tile is on the generator itself, not where it shoots from. Okay. Good to know, good to know. So this is wrong. active tile is where it shoots, or where it's charging from. So if you guys didn't know, your cursor is always going to be on the active tile of the building. So the active tile basically is where a lot of the weird heat transfer mechanics work. Specifically for the liquid reservoirs, this is very helpful. This tile, where the output is where the heat transfer of inside of the reservoir and the overworld interacts. So if I look at this, oh, you can't really tell. But this tile, the heat from the cold water inside interacts from this tile to the tile below it for the building. So a lot of the time that's helpful for cooling the buildings, because that's going to be the most important tile most of the time. So we're going to be using that. So the conductive panel is going to be like this. So we do it from the steel. Okay. So it's like this, and then it's inside. Okay. And then I might want to redo the pipe then. Because if my pipe's going out like that, it's already an issue. So that's fine. We have to redo the pipe there. Okay, so I want to do a very weird design. Like this. Only way this works is if I use the valve and I limit the cooling liquid. That's probably going to be water. Or maybe something else, nuclear waste. Nah, probably not nuclear waste. To a weird design. So I want this to go out and then do the advanced fork design. If you guys don't know the advanced fork, it's a 4-way split on the pipes. The advanced fork is going to be how we're going to distribute the water evenly to the 4 of these. So all of these have to go together somewhere. If this comes out and we have a bridge from here... Oh, but that means this is jank, so that doesn't work. So that means this has to come out like this. So that probably means we get something like this. And then we have this come out like that. Or maybe have this come around the other way. And then we have... This is now a problem. Dude, what the heck, man? Can you build pipes behind the satellite? You should be able to. It's a background tile. Right, pipes? Yeah, we're good, we're good. Can pipes be... Yeah, can't come out top, I think? No, we can, we can. Should be fine, should be fine. So this one is a straight pipe like this. And then it's like that, it's like that. Now I see the problem. This needs space. So the bridge is in the wrong location. So we go like this. And then it's like that. Cut that line. Autosave lag, let's wait for it. Hello, Mamba. Mamba is napping. Gotta get the full Mamba in the shots. There we go. So it's like this. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this is the nuclear waste line. This is the cooling line. And then that would be the design. And then we would just have to do the fork into this setup. This is such a weird setup, though. Oh, I'm so stupid. I could just flip this. Oh my god, I could just flip that. That would be so much easier. There we go. Because then if we do it like that, we could very easily do this. And then we might probably want to do something like this. So that we could just bridge here. Or probably bridge here too. And then have the vent come in from the top. So it's not as bad. This should work. This isn't... see, the fork thing, though, that's the problem, right? So would that mean I do this? This would work. And then this comes in like that. And then we do the fork from the bottom. Dude, that's a lot better. That's actually a lot better design. Yeah. So, of course, we'll probably want to do an offset like this. Probably do it earlier. Let's make it easier on everyone else. And then we do the normal fork. And then we have the bridge fork. And then we got the valve feeding in. And this comes from a pump. No, this comes from an aqua tuner. Yeah. Okay. I think I have the blueprint. Kind of. Looks like a spaceship. It kind of does. It kind of looks like the inside of the solo spacefarer. It kind of looks like the inside of the rocket, the small one. Alright, so I think that's going to be the design for this. It makes a lot of... No! The hydrogen was too cold! And the nuclear waste solidified! No, I got you baited! I got you baited! Jesus Christ! Oh, what a way to get bopped! The gas is gone. The nuclear waste is solidified. Oh, no, dude. Oh, no, dude. Yep. You hate to see this kind of thing happen, boys. You really do. Alright, we gotta deconstruct this again. We gotta move the... Ah, man. Oh, man. The classic, man. Classic. Alright, so... What the heck, man? I have to remove this. And I think what I need to do is heat up my metal tiles. I think this doesn't help. The ice on the tile probably chills everything out. So I need to sweep that. I gotta remove the vent for now. And then we gotta move in the hydrogen pipeline again. Oh, wow. Why not a blob of liquid on top of the nuclear waste instead of hydrogen? That probably could work. Is there a reason you wouldn't? I think that deletes, potentially. Does that delete? Is there enough space? I think that deletes, right? It does not delete. That probably works then. If it doesn't delete, that probably works. I thought it did delete. I have to trust Cuppy here. Cuppy, if you're wrong, you're getting banned. Just saying. Alright, let's sweep this out. Alright, so we want hot water. We don't have hot water, though. All of my water is freaking cold. I guess this is the hottest water we got. Damn it. Most of my water will actually solidify the nuclear waste. I think since this is a 2-tile setup, that doesn't work. That's what I'm thinking. Because when you have a water appear, you flip-flop. But I think it's weird. Because at least when you have gas, the gas doesn't flip-flop. You just get a drip animation. And then it just falls straight down. I guess we could try it. Alright, so what do I have that won't solidify nuclear wastes? This is, what is it, 26. Why would a lighter liquid flip-flop? Because the spawned liquid overlaps it. It either gets deleted or it flip-flops. No, when you have two liquids occupying the same space, one of them gets deleted or they flip-flop. That's just how it works, right? Because even when you do the oil set, so if you do the upside down version, you have to build a 3 tall airflow setup. Because when you have oil here, and you use this as infinite storage for another design, in this design where the liquid pushes up and then there's 1 drop of oil here, the oil moves up every time. Which is why you have to have 2 extra airflow tiles here. Otherwise, the oil spills over and then potentially you pump oil out instead. That's the reason why that's there. That's the reason why I don't think double liquid works. If that makes sense. Right? Like, that's the logic that I'm following. Because when you have oil there and you spawn another liquid, the oil pushes up for a split second and then they swap spaces. That's not true, Cuppy, because I've tested this. It happens during the storage as well. Even when it's already filled up to 1,000. So that each tile is at max pressure and would want to expand. I've tested that myself. I mean, maybe we just had different experiences and we don't know why that's the case. But when I sandbox tested this design, I did have issues with putting in max tiles of water, and then the oil still pushes up. We'll still try it out, though. But that's the reason why I don't think it works. Cuppy, though, you're still getting banned, man. Just saying. If this fails. I use liquid on top of liquids all the time. You just have to have at least 100 kilograms underneath. Okay. We'll test it. We'll test it. I don't want to waste time, but hey, we'll test it. And hopefully it works. Alright, so above 26 degrees, Snapped is actually kind of cool. This is hot, but there's no chance we go grab that, right? And then the waist is actually kind of warm. So are you saying I should just ban you straight up? Is that what you're saying, Cuppy? Are you just asking to get bans? If you are, man, hey man, ask and you shall receive. Oh, I never put a pressure sensor in here. Alright, man. Perm ban. I hope not to see a request from you. Have a fun time, man. We'll never see you again. Be good, dude. That's a perm ban. Because they asked for it. Feels bad, man. F's in chat for Cuppy. We'll never see him again. Oh, man. So, a lighter liquid than nuclear waste. I'm pretty sure most of the liquids are lighter than nuclear waste. I'll have to check, though. Oni liquids. Oh, supercoolant and crude oil are the only things that are heavier than it. That's good to know. How much pressure in your polluted water storage? Oh, it's way too much. Way too much. 48 tons per tile. 5 tiles. Alright, so I need to push this up to make the vacuum lock so we have no heat transfer. We're going to use the lead for automation cables. And then we're going to use an atmos sensor right here. It's never going to get too hot. Lead's probably fine. I shouldn't run out of water. I let that accumulate. Oh, I didn't build the vents. That's where I messed up. Can I build vents diagonally? Right? They say no, right? I got patched out. Alright, we're gonna need that first. Both of those are gonna be priority 9. Alright, now we need to get a liquid to move in. This area is cold though, by design. Maybe we use some of this water that's at 95 degrees. That makes a lot of sense. Outside of that, my water is cold. Man. Oil here? 38 degrees. I guess no, the oil is heavier, right? So that's actually not gonna work. I don't have supercoolant. That means any other liquid that's not oil would work out. It cannot be built inside of a tile, or if it's not a tile, it cannot be built diagonally. Gotcha, gotcha. Okay. Liquid sulfur? Hot salt water? This makes sense to grab, though. But it's hot, so I don't want to grab it. This oil would be great. Let's see, let's see. Above 1,000. Turn that off for now. We need to do this vacuum lock, which is fine. Waste and a second liquid. I don't have a second liquid that's warm enough to not melt it or solidify it. Put waste there, and what else? I guess we just put waste in first, and then we'll just put in another thing in soon. Still waiting for it. Oh, there's water here. That's at 40 degrees. I think we'll just use regular water. Oh, green snazzier suit. I'll take that. Alright, so is all the waste below 100 degrees? 50, 50. That's uranium. 57. If it's under 100, I could get away with just using water. This is uranium, that doesn't count. Yeah, I think we can. I think we can. Okay. So we'll just use some water then. This is hot water. This is where we want to pull it from. So let me do a jank design. Yes. We're going to pump from here. And there's a power line. And then we're just going to flow it in like that. Yeah. Should be good. That's built the airflow back. We'll build the pipelines later. I just want to see if this works. And then we're going to need power here, of course. And then we'll have to have a power wire come down to here. We'll probably clear out the regoliths by the time we get to that. Okay, let's get the naphtha here. Hopefully that all works. How are we going to cool the rat bull generators? This is the design we're going to use. So we're just waiting to see if the infinite pressure works. If it does, I think we're good. If it doesn't, we're going to spend some more time on that. Committing to conduction panels? Yes, pretty much. Pretty much. Alright, everything is in. Waiting for this now. Brave testing it in survival. Yo, man. It is what it is. Oh, I made that out of steel. Oh, feels bad. That's 400 steel. Is that your first time using conductive panels? No, I used it over here on the steam turbines. And then they weren't strong enough. So then we have to switch to radiant piping. They first didn't work that well anyways. Feels bad. Actually, do I even need to valve that? I don't, right? If I just run full packets, it should be perfect. Because if I have one pipeline feeding into it, yeah. Yeah, it should work. Alright, so let's get the nuclear waste in. We're out of it, so we gotta start mopping again. Let's get some nuclear waste, get it from the corium. Probably want to mine this out. And then nuclear waste is just going to flood out. We're probably going to want to pitcher pump it as a result. Overheated security door, can't do anything about that. Hatches are starving. Oh, they're tame, that's why. What were we feeding you guys over here? Oh, they were eating crushed rock. We're out of that now. Dude, funny thing is, crushed rock is actually igneous, I think, in this game. It's similar. But it was processed, so I don't really mind. There we go, nuclear waste. First things first. Hopefully it stays warm and doesn't solidify. It shouldn't be cooling down inside the pipes, but I guess it is. Must be like crushed ice. Yeah, it's basically what it is. No, it's not heated up enough. We need more waste. We're so close. 0.2. We're literally 0.2 off. Well, it depends. If it's 0.5 or if it's 3 flat. 0.4 off. Alright, we're just gonna put in more nuclear waste so it liquefies, and then we'll add hot water on top. There it is. The nuclear waste we talked about. Alright, we can mine that out now. So many new things with the mod set. The mod set's weird. It really is. But it's cool because it's weird, though. I will say that. Because it's weird, it's pretty cool. Because it's weird, it's pretty cool. Alright, alright. Come on, man. We just need some nuclear waste. Oh, we pumped it up? Oh, that's a full 200. Nice. So this is gonna melt it. And then hopefully I'll be able to get some water on top. Yo, what is this? Infinite nuclear waste glitch? Wait, what's happening? Yo, infinite nuclear waste? That was... Oh, man. No, it's leaking from the pump, but it's leaving the pump still. Because it's dripping 40 grams, and that's how much is getting in the pipeline. So it's duplicating. This is weird, yo. Be like that sometimes. Infinite nuclear waste. Alright, so let's cut this. Let's add a little bit of hot water to that. Hello? Is this not connected? No, it's not. Alright, that's it. Just a couple of bubbles, not too much. It's hot, so it should be good. Let's cut this part. Let's see if this works. If not, we'll go back to the gas design. 420 kilograms. Alright, so now we just pump a nuclear waste. The proper test, boys. Let's see, let's see. Oh, it works. Does it actually take up the tile spot? Ooh. Doesn't crush the liquid. Does this actually survive save load? I guess this is a good time to check. Save as new plus. Alright, let's check this out. I'm curious about this. There's a good chance that breaks, potentially. There's a good chance it doesn't break either. I am curious. The two tiles should work for the infinite storage but not for gas storage. Yeah, that's because the gas pushes up the liquid and then it disappears. And it works. Nice. Nice. Liquid vents exits as droplets, which materializes on heavier liquids or solid contacts. Gotcha. I just thought it was weird how the oil version worked, which is why I didn't want to do this. Infinite nuclear waste, I'm not even mad. Oh, this is going to be insane radiation if I don't finish the build then. So Cuppy's probably not here anymore, but Cuppy was right. They came in and gave us a good suggestion. Now, if Cuppy didn't ask for be banned, they wouldn't have been banned. But since they asked to be banned, hey man, I don't control that. No, that's not. He asked to be banned, so he's just gonna stay perm banned. It's not gonna matter. If they didn't ask to be banned, like, what am I supposed to do? Ban them? No, man. I would have, been true to the word. They wouldn't have been banned. And everyone would have been happy. But hey, man, it is what it is. They're not here anyways. So, like, no, they were probably looking to get banned either way. So, feels bad for that guy. But yo, man, guys, don't fuck around and find out. That's the only thing I will say. Don't fuck around and find out. Don't do things for the memes. But it'd be like that sometimes. Why do you want people to be banned? I don't want people to be banned, but if a streamer is telling you, hey man, you could do that, but then you're gonna have to get banned, they're like, alright, I'm gonna do it anyway. They're already showing that they're habitual line steppers, and I hate those type of people. Oh, why do people want to be banned? Now, not why do I want him to be banned. Usually that's like an easy test for me. Like, if they're just gonna be insufferable little POSs like that, I just don't have tolerance for that. Like, okay, it's my stream. Bye bye. And it's better for me. But I read that wrong. You're right. You're right. Why do people want to be banned? Some people, man, don't think the streamer will ban them. That's really what it comes down to. He's not gonna ban me. He needs the viewers. Yes, I do, and I'm small, but still, it's like my own mental health and not having to worry about, someone who's going to try to push buttons when they can. It's so much better than having to deal with, them in chat. I'm having so much more fun than ever playing Oni. Now that I have this cheat to breathe mod. What? Cheat to breathe? Wait, hold up, man. That mod sounds very, like a cheat. It's probably okay to assume. That sounds like you're cheating, man. What's going on? My base is so pretty. I see you over there. Do they inhale CO2? I don't even... Maybe they just stop breathing and they just kind of operate like normal people in RimWorld. They just stop breathing. And the oxygen is just there. That'd be kind of interesting. Oh, I gotta stop the waste from coming in. How do I want to do this? I want to move the nuclear waste in, but I don't want the radiation to bot my dupes. Because the radiation is going to keep going up. I never have to build a spawn. I do have to find a way to get rid of extra O2, though, so there's long hair selectors everywhere. What a design, man. What a design. Most of the radiation's from satellite. Yes, most of the radiation's from satellite, 100%. But I do worry that we might put too much in there eventually, especially with the infinite pressure going on. Alright, I could get rid of this now because we're not going to need it. Let's get rid of the pipeline. It's giving me a chance to play with all the game mechanics that I never get around to before I get bored with the normal game. Oh, I see you. I see you. I mean, you could have did that with sandbox mode, though. Isn't that the same thing? Couldn't you just sandbox mode some oxygen when you really needed it? I guess whatever works, though, right? Gets you to experience the game. Hopefully with the new experience, it makes it so that you have a much easier time to play the game. Hopefully. Okay, so let's check this out. This is good. Now we need power, which is fine. So we're going to start trimming this out. This ladder could be there for now, but since we want to trim this, I'm going to pull this down. Oh, I'm using igneous. That's not good. Let's do sedimentary here. Let's go for that so that we jump up and down here. Probably going to use this as a floor at some point. New printables. Sand, sure. Why not? All right. Good stuff. All right, so this should be somewhat ready now. We're going to move more of the nuclear waste into there. I might want to make a better nuclear waste drop-off zone that's a little bit more well-designed. So we're going to cut the power here. And then I'm going to redo the pump. I'm going to deconstruct this. And then we're going to rebuild this design. Gonna rebuild this design. So I want to mine out this side. The gas in here I'm not going to worry about. It's chlorine, polluted oxygen. Gotta kill the morb. Feels bad, man. The waste should not spill. That's just going to stay as a one towel drop. Free the morb. Nah, morb's got to go, man. He's got to go. Oh, no. Alright, we do need more power here. I need to stop dropping off nuclear waste. Sweep only. Nice. That's infinite again. Dude, how are you mining one block and leaving, dude? What's up, my dupes? What's up, my dupes? Yo, man, can we get some love? Oh, this also needs to be insulated because this is really cold, and that's gonna solidify the nuclear waste. I didn't realize that. Kill the morb. He's done, boys. All right, good stuff, good stuff. So we want this, and then we need to trim this out. And then we need to go here, 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 here. They're already digging, so I don't need to change that. And then once we're ready, we deconstruct these tiles. Maybe we do it like this. We want mesh right there. Second bottle emptier. And then deconstruct these two. Yep, this is running still, so it's good. Alright, this does not need to be steel. We're just going to use good old iron. And then we're going to have a hydro sensor. Hydro sensor? Hydro sensor. Liquid pressure. Here, and it's going to be like this. My favorite sensor. It's pretty close between that and the thermal sensor. This one's also pretty legit. Alright, above 500 is pretty good. Are you building a nuclear reactor? No. I am building a infinite nuclear waste spot to use in lieu of a nuclear reactor. So this is the substitute. This is the substitute. Alright, so I need to look at my pipeline design here. We go one tile above the metal tile. So it goes like this. And then we'll need a ladder here as a result. Should be fine. Gotta build that out, redo this pipeline, and then have this go into the cooling set that we're going to test out right here. This is going to be... I don't think the liquid matters, but if it does, material matters, I'm going to use aluminum. Here, 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 here. And then I'll have to do a bridge design here afterwards. Should be like this. Should be fine. And then we'll be okay on the back end. No valve anymore. We're not going to need that. This is just going to be straight pipeline. I think it should work how we're distributing it. It might just jam every now and then. It's the only thing I'm worried about. Alright, that's going to be built. We need this. Let's speed this up. Let's do this first, and then we'll do the second. And then this is last, because that's going to be the least important setup. Oh my god! How long has that been happening? It's leaking back into the same pool. What are the chances? Look at that bubble of CO2 bullying my naphtha. Alright, we gotta build a tile there. Feels bad. Without a valve, liquid may still skip 4 to 5 ticks. It just feels like I shouldn't need the valve, though. Because the logic is if I go here, and then I go here next, there's no bubble behind it, right? So I should be able to leave in sequence as well. That's what I'm thinking. Alright, gotta build, and we'll live and we'll learn, right? We'll live and we'll learn. Monitor the conductive panel contents. Haven't done that yet. I see you though. Alright, this is good now. We need a pipeline here. Not bad. Oh, we can't reach this one. Okay, that's a ladder right there then. So there's no contents yet. We want to do this. There we go. Liquid lock. Same thing here. Almost. Delete that. Let the naphtha spill in. Aw, come on. I see a hydro toast. I see you over there. Gotta add it to the wiki. We gotta do it for science. There we go. Alright, last pipe. Let's do the bridge. So this has to be a liquid bridge. Heat transfer is not gonna exist because it's insulated pipes. And then from here we leave, and then we have to do the split here from the single pipe. So this probably goes down like this as a result, right? And then this. Here, and then... Oh, but the split's a little bit weird here. So it's gonna be like this. Oh, that's such a jank set. Alright, we'll do it like this for now. We'll have to do it like this for now. Right? Because it has to output... We have to have the bridge into the four-way split. Let's just build out the top ones first and start trimming this down. I don't want to have to build a ladder to the top. Oh, we do also need a power line here. Alright. Dude, this is not 500. Dude, this would be the only one that's not at 500. Pipe aesthetic priority, it'd be like that, man. Gotta have nice pipes. Gotta have the nice pipes. Okay, so we will need an aqua tuner design in this same area then, right? So their space exposure pretty close. I'll probably have to put it a little bit lower then. Maybe in this area. Right next to the nuclear waste, make a steam turbine aqua tuner combo. That wouldn't be a bad thing. We could also relocate this to a different area as well. It's super viscous. I believe it. I believe it. Okay, no power yet, that's fine. All this redirects into the bottom and shoots. Ah, you know what I forgot to set up? We're gonna do it like this. So if I want, I could control the Radbolt generators to turn some on, turn some off. That way they're not constantly running. I want to do it like that. I don't want to use in like a material study terminal automation. I want to have full control first. And if anything, we'll upgrade. Ooh, gold amalgam. That's sweet. Alright, this is good now. Let's go. Mop this up, mop that up. Okay, so steam turbine aqua tuner. This wouldn't be bad. This area is also really cold. Just loop it into itself. Or just use this water to loop and re-dump it out. That actually works. Continue this line and this line to go into here. To take this cold water and dump it back in. Warm it up. Oh man, that works way too well. Now, if I put an aqua tuner here, what else would I use it for? It's really just for this. Right? It's really just for that. I can't see any other reason to have an aqua tuner up here. There's nothing that needs cooling. I could have did it for this, but we want it to be self-cooling instead. Yeah, we'll just have it for this. And just pull up another power line or something. Because we are going to need a second power line for that to really work. If we don't use that... Yeah, there's really nothing much else we could really utilize. Feels bad. Okay, so let's start mining this. I want to see where the space exposure kind of, you know, disappears. And then from there, we'll design a design. So if I follow the platform spacing, this tile right here would be a tile. 2, 3, 4, this is a tile. 1, 2, 3, 4, that's a tile. That's a tile. 1, 2, 3, 4, that's a tile. That's a tile. So it's here, and then it's 1, 2, 3, 4 here. 2, 3, 4. So that's technically normal spacing. Okay. I'll mine this part out. So it's this floor where this is. That's actually good alignment. Cancel the rest. We don't need them there. They're just placeholders to see where we want the floors to line up at. Climb up, climb down. We have more water. The phosphorus is starting to melt. What are the chances? This water, although it's warm, I don't know what else we could do with it. It's not going to get too hot, though. It should stay around 40 degrees. Not much hotter. This is no longer going to increase heat anymore. And we don't have anyone digging this. Is there no other digging jobs? Nuclear waste. I want the rest of this to actually pop up now. Turns out the nuclear waste pool was a little bit too large. Let's see. I want to go through down a little bit so we could release this one and then that one. And then we'll open up the other ones as well, since the nuclear waste drop is going to be open. That way we'll be able to start clearing out that side of the map pretty well. The water spilled? Oh no, it gets deleted. Okay, that's very unfortunate. Yep, it's slowly getting deleted. Feels bad. I didn't catch that in time. Even if I try to stop it, the dupes are going to take too long. That's fine. Water just gets deleted. We have a lot of water. So, space exposure, it looks like a diagonal. So it looks like this is the immediate space. Not really too mad about that. So if this is the top, I could put a steam turbine here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I could put a steam turbine here, actually, without actually worrying about it. Because I would seal this up here, and then we'll come in from the bottom instead. So I would want this. We could also just climb up that way, go around. And then from here, if we line that up, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's here. It's not bad. It's not bad. We should probably put a ceiling here for now. I'll even make that insulated, so nothing spills in accidentally. And then we can just cool down with a separate aqua tuner loop right here. Kind of see it. Kind of see it. Of course, we're going to need one drywall. And then this is the only thing to remove. We do that after the ladder. Okay, cool. We could reach the top, so this shouldn't be a problem. Damn, it really is viscous. There's 100 kilogram difference between the right tile and the left tile. That is impressive, man. That is impressive. Alright, dupes, I need you working. Let's turn these off. I guess we could start doing the dig commands here. Alright, top is sealed, so should probably work on this. The pool you were cleaning has a hump in the middle. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. You're talking about this one right here, right? That hump right there. That's fine. We're gonna start, you know, mining this down. Unless you're talking about something else. Yeah, I haven't seen a liquid lock look quite like that before. My liquid lock. I'm not sure where you're looking at, Rambo. Not sure where you're looking at, man. Oh, a liquid look. Oh, my bad. Yo, man, I'm tired or something. I'm seeing words that are not actually there. My bad, my bad. Oh, this works. That's actually pretty close to being fair. This is actually pretty close. I think this is the design. And then we have our two pipelines right here. That works. Yeah, that works pretty well. And then we'll just get it down to the aqua tuner. Should be fine. Should be fine. How you doing though, Rambo? How's the days today? How is your Fridays? Are you ready for next week, man? Or is it this weekend? When is it? Is it this weekend or is it next weekend for the play testing? You guys have a countdown timer? That's awesome, man. That's awesome. That honestly is pretty awesome. Y'all have your own countdown timers for that? 2 days, 8 hours, 25. Oh, it starts on a weekday? Oh, dude. Why didn't they choose a Friday, man? Why did they choose a Monday? Feels bad, man. Feels bad, man. It's for a Steam demo event. I mean, couldn't they have started it early? You know what I'm saying? Oh, they even have to change it to a demo for the playtests. Okay, okay. Feels bad though, you know. There's probably a lot of people complaining about that. Oh, why does it gotta be on a weekday, man? Why can't it be on the weekends? Most people get to play on weekend. Yeah, that's why. Like, if you want a demo playtest, you get the most people playing around that time, right? Alright, this is done. We could do this now. Water spill. It's not a lot though, so it's fine. But just mop it up. Every other playtest has been on Thursday or Friday. And then for this event, it's on the Monday. Oh, it feels bad. Sounds like they got shafted, man. Feels bad, yo. I need to mine these two whenever possible. Rambo, dude. Mine for us. We need you, buddy. Nice. And we'll take the Dreklet. Oh, the food's actually going up. I just realized that. Food is going up. That's actually a great sign. All right. All right. We're still having body temperature issues here. So we're going to put another temp shift plate made out of ice. Classic. Do it here. Do it here. Both of the rows. Okay, not the top, but just the bottom one should be fine then. And they have extended every playtest past scheduled time. So last one we got 2 weekends. That's nice. That's nice. Hopefully they do extend it, man. Hopefully they do extend it. Alright, I should be able to seal this up now since we just climbed down. And then this is enough space to just put a door here. And we're just gonna keep the water here actually. It's kind of funny. We're just gonna keep the water there as the coolant for the steam turbine. So we'll just have to keep the door here. No door yet. I'm gonna have to have that open and close. And then we need to have a design for this. Should I try to make a liquid lock for this? Coming in from the top. That could work. They added in a new solo-only map. And VoIP, which I'm torn about. Not sure it'll be good or bad. What's VO? Oh, voice over IP? Oh, man. Hopefully it doesn't get toxic. Oof, man. I mean, you could look at League of Legends. You can't talk to your enemies, so you get flamed by your teammates. Oh, man. Just hope it's not bad, man. Just hope it's not bad. Yeah, man, I imagine. Can't be streaming that day one. Can't be streaming that day one. Alright, we could probably cancel the blueprint now. And then we know the piping is going to go down to the aqua tuner design. We'll have to add in some things as well. Of course, we're probably going to have... Here, can't put that here. Here, here. If I remove this bottle emptier, it actually works out. Feels bad. Or Among Us VR, everyone gets voice enabled. Oh, man. Need to be able to adjust volume, though. That's going to be important. Get the slime, boys. Get the slime. Alright, so from here, this is just going to be your normal aqua tuner setup. This looks probably pretty fair. Since we want the liquid to pump in from the left side, so this is pretty good. Now we're going to do the aqua tuner combo. The basic stuff. Probably like this. Get the pipelines. Get the insulated. Go all the way up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's going to be the drip. This is going to be a steam turbine out of iron. We're going to have the door right here. And then... Oh, we want the radiant pipe cooling here, right? Maybe we stop by here first. Because I don't think I want it on the way back. Because this is such a pipeline shenanigan. And come in from here, go through, come back, double bridge. I think we'll just do it this way. Just a one pipeline setup like that. So that's going to be the initial cooling spot. Once it gets cold, though, it shouldn't be a problem. Oh, the drywall wouldn't matter. Because this would vacuum the room, and if I have water, that's all I need. Oh, that's true. That is true. The drywall is actually not needed here. If we just have water underground, we're fine. Alright, so we'll also sweep this. Alright, that should be good. And then we have the pipes here. I'm gonna have to mine this part out so that we could actually get the pipes in. So how would this work? I could go through here and come up from here. So we come in like this. Like that. And then we could just go through here. Come in, and then come through this way. And that could technically be the loop. I will need a liquid lock in this portion, though. And then if that's the case, let's do some preliminary digging. Get this started. You'll have a mute button, but what a nightmare. I assume the dev will have to deal with reports now. Yeah. Whereas before, much you could do only so much to offend people. Yeah. That's the Rocket League approach. You have a teammate, and then you miss a shot that your teammate sets you up, and your teammate starts spamming nice shot, even though you missed. And you know he's like, you know, he's being very, what's that called? When you're being, very, I guess interactive. What's that called? When you show a lot of, emotion, I guess. There's a word for that. It's on the tip of my tongue. I can't remember. Not toxic. It doesn't have to be toxic. Not sarcastic. Animated. There we go. They be very animated. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. And they start becoming very animated. Show their emotion a lot. That's the word I was looking for. Sarcasm, I see you guys. Passive aggressiveness. Alright, that's gonna be the loop. And then I think we use polluted water. Probably just pull out a pipeline from here. Is when it's joking, sarcasm when it's meant to offend. Sarcasm is meant to offend. I didn't know that. Is that actually by definition? Sarcasm is intended to offend? So does that mean when people say, oh, I'm just being sarcastic, is them admitting that they're just trying to be a dick? For lack of better words. Right? Is that how that works? Yo, man, I'm learning some English today. I'm just trying to figure that out, man. Is that what that means? No. Face for radio coming in. The use of irony to mock or convey contempt. Yeah, convey contempt. It could just be joking. But it could be a dick too. So sarcasm, right? Intended to be mean, convey contempt, right? Yeah, that's the thing. I'm just trying to figure out, is that supposed to be like the proper word? I don't know. Sarcastic versus sardonic. I have no idea the second word. I've actually never used that word before. The second one you just mentioned. I've never used that before. Sarcasm, sarcastic. Yeah, I've heard that used plenty of times. Sardonic, though. I don't even know what that is. Oh, and this is done? Alright, man. Let's make some more steel. Let's make some more iron. I don't usually mean to offend with sarcasm. I can't pronounce that word. Quality? Jesus Christ, man. I just butchered it. sarcastic isn't used that way, but I do believe that's what it means. Oh, I see. No, I know what it means. I just can't say the word. I can't pronounce that to save my life, man. Colloquially? Jeez Christ. I know I'm butchering that. Ah, man. There's just some words, man, I just can't say. I remember one time I was trying to speak Spanish because I was at a Hispanic juicery. They do fresquees, juices, and agua frescas. I couldn't say carrots in Spanish, dude. It was a struggle. I couldn't say carrots, dude. I kept trying to pronounce it, and then after the first ZA, I couldn't pronounce it after. I was like, what the F, dude? Zon something. I just couldn't pronounce it. It was tough. Colloquially? Something like that. Yeah. It's I can't pronounce, man. Save my life. It's a tough time. Tough time, man. Alright, so I do need to get pea water into here. I'm probably just going to pull the pea water from here because it makes sense. Instead of doing a separate system. So what we're going to do is just pull a pipeline down. And try to get it into this pipeline. So I think that means we go like this. Bridge cross. And then get this into the loop. Double bridge. Let's go. So it's not connected at the bottom. Should be fine. Glycerine got it. Nice. That's one of the words, though, that when I saw for the first time and heard someone say it, I was like, yo, that's a classy word. It sounds classy. You know what I'm saying? It's like, huh, that sounds very high class, man. I don't know, it just sounds that way. It's no real way for me to really put it into words outside of saying it like that. That sounds kind of classy, man. That's pretty cool. But I can't pronounce it to save my life. Take the sweet eggs. Alright. Get this rolling. I want to see the rad bolt generators get cooled down first before we turn it on. Nuclear waste, 5 tons. We're still moving some, so it should be fine. And then... oh, we're out. Okay, so that's right here. And then we're going to mine this out so that this hopefully goes all the way down. Let's mine this so it could spill to the left. And then we could just probably try to mop it up or something. And then we're going to have to release this one afterwards. There's also the nuclear waste over here. Maybe we could try to force a spillway into here. Could work out. Crack some of the bubbles and have it just fall down. That's probably not a bad play. Kind of like that. Force it to spill down where the ladder is. Now the problem with that is I would want a ladder all the way up. Probably to this level. And then, if I can, I want to build some tiles here. Or even here. I see a hydrotos. Oh, dude, look at that free waste. Oh, it's so good. Give me the nuclear waste, boys. We're gonna be safe. It's gonna be alright. We'll crack up some more. Spill it out. Have a nice time. Alright, so while we're waiting for that, let's think about where we want our food storage. We're probably not gonna have time to build it. I wanted to build it today, but it feels bad. Oh no, I wanted to have it here, right? And we had to start moving the sludge press and all that. That's probably what we do. Colloquially. It's tough, man. I tried my best. I tried, man. It's tough to pronounce. I gotta stop, boys. It's like the hatches, dude. Alright, let's stop that. We have so many mutated mealwood seeds. This is insane. And then... I wanted this area to be my food storage. Because we would have these 2 rooms as meal halls. And then this would have been the kitchen. I believe that was the design of choice. Oh, look at that! The polluted oxygen's gone. So I actually could seal this up now. Hey, let's go. I want to seal this up just so that the heat doesn't leak out, though. Outside of that, we don't really care for it. This over here is a little bit warm. Oh, we could reach? That's impressive. Yes, copper's up top. We could just easily grab that. Nice, nice. And then I could replace that with insulated. That means we have to move the fish tank. That trade-off with Liz Watson, I see over there. Was it worth it, man? I don't know, man. It's hard to say. Are you dropping the steam from the hot vent to the right chamber? No. The steam from the aqua tuner goes back in. The steam from the vent goes into my spawn. Hot water has priority. So this bridge yield makes it so that this water waits, and then this always gets the right away. So that means my pipelines, I mean, they're still going to warm up, but we're trying to keep them cool by doing that. But of course, it's a little bit of a struggle. Rather be good in Oni, you'll be good in time. This takes time. I guess you could say the same thing about enunciation and pronouncing the words. All you need to know is a couple of strats and, you know, beat the game one time for the experience. And then after that, it should be easy pickings. Alright, so if I do a proper food storage here, the problem is that I don't have a design, actually, to maximize that. I don't have space, so I think I actually put food somewhere else. I might actually put food right here. That's looking very lucrative right now. We could expand this out and make this the meal hall. And then I could build the design somewhere close to this. Oh, okay. Having both steam vents right next to each other makes it easy to fill both. Nice. Oh, this is not a... This is just one steam vent, though. I just didn't want to deal with the hot temperature of the aqua tuner, so I have a wall here. Just one steam vent. My cool steam vent is right here. A little bit up top. He's chilling, he's chilling. And then we have another one down here. Alright, let's do some trimming. Steam turbine. Oh, yeah. Gotcha. Steam turbines. They're made out of lead, boys. And this one has one vent blocked. Feels bad. Should be fine, though. Okay, so I think expanding this out makes way too much sense. I'll start setting up some of the flooring for this. The tiles should be on this side. Yeah. And then a regular tile. 1, 2. Alright, so we have no more hydrogen leaving the system. This is pretty good. I should probably get rid of this power line. I mean, this hydrogen line, and have another one be a little bit better designed. So that means I could get rid of this. Nice. Okay, good stuff, good stuff. We gotta make renovations. Alright, now we remove this, and then we'll remove everything all here. And then extend this part out. I think this part's gonna be the first part we extend. There are the polluted oxygen I might want to remove first, though. You know what? I think we vacuum it. so that we keep it clean. I don't want germs inside. I was thinking about just deodorizing it, but I could just remove this then. And then another thing is I should replace this with insulated tiles. We'll do that soon. Remove this ladder as well. Alright, so how's the top? Oh, this is done. Sweet. We just need a little bit of water now. Let's connect. Look at this three-way fork, dude. That's gonna take forever to fill this up. I think this works, though. Alright, the metal refinery has to run. This is backed up. That's good. Ooh, that's an idea. Keep this running in waves by automating it from the reservoir. That is a strat, because this does give me a signal. So when this is full, we stop this from rolling. Would it be bad? We cut the water usage. We still have a lot of water, though. We're approaching 2,000 kilograms per tile. And then this is the only line that I need to replace. And then we get rid of the hydrogen line right here. Not bad, not bad. Gotta get rid of the gases here, get rid of the deodorizer. Get rid of this power line. Let's actually make this prettier, because we want this inside the lines anyways. Insulated tile here. Let's run this power line like this. It's pretty fair. And then we could delete everything in below that, because it's kind of an eyesore. Good, good. This geyser's in the way. We'll just use the neutronium. It's part of the wall. Are you dropping nuclear waste on top of the Radbolt rockets to make use P-Water cool the Radbolt gens? Yes. P-Water to loop in the Aqua Tuner loop. And then these are on conductive panels. That's exactly what we're doing. Oh, wait. Is this powered? No, it's not. Okay. Oh, we have to do the room here still. I forgot about that. Sweep here, sweep here. Sweep the slime, of course. Does that mean this is maximized? Max storage? It is. Let's move some more bins out, because we're going to need more slime collection. Steel, I don't need. I'll take them. Awesome. Love it. Yep. So once we stack all the wastes, we're going to get a lot of radiation. We're stacking all with a satellite, too. So we're moving it up top, not because we want to have it there. I would want to have the nuclear waste stockpile like right here instead. But because of the crash satellite, we're trying to maximize the radiation. So we saw the radiation bubbles here. So we're just going to start popping them and collecting all the nuclear wastes. And then we get free charging. So I don't have to use uranium with a research reactor. So we're going to avoid building the reactor if we can. At least that's going to be the play. Okay, this is a vacuum set for the water. We need to sweep that still, which is fine. Finish space game and making my first step in Spaced Out. Rockets are way different. Yeah, it's a lot easier, though. It's a lot easier. I would say that it should be a blessing. It should be a blessing. Oh, I'm gonna need the power to go backwards into here. I don't know how often that's gonna run, though. And then I need to make a weird liquid lock design here. Okay, so if we do have the door here, and that's fine, and then we seal this up so that we could have a way for people to go in and out. Oh, so this is a vacuum. Oh, I see. So we'll put a door here. Oh, I see, I see. We do this. And then that's... No, we have to move that over, so it's here. And then we would deconstruct this tile. Yeah, I see, I see. Alright, let's do the sweeping first, and then build the ladder first. And then we'll have an idea on how this works. I see, I see. Slime. Bins are done, right? Nope. Let's get a priority 9 on one of the bins. Still lacking the oxygen. Looks like the suit line here is good. So we're going to go this way. Oh, it looks like everyone's leaving here, that's why. I could use this to back it up. That probably makes the most sense. Yeah, just having that should help us out. And then we'll swap the lines so that this one has one suit and these two are off of these two lines. And then I wouldn't need this anymore. Should be fine. Conductive wire is almost done. That goes in there. Almost able to replace that line. Oh, another thing is I have to watch for this. Yeah, I think it's jammed. This part should not get jammed, so it flows out. That's kind of what I need. So I think this is good balance. So I should be able to deconstruct the bridge here. Because I shouldn't have this part back up. That's what I'm worried about. This is chilling down pretty slow, though. 24.9. And let's look at the conductive panel. Oh, wow. The contents flash. Even though it's getting contact, it's very minimal contact. Wait, what temperature is the water? 28? Oh, it's actually heating it up. Alright, I think this is fine. I want to see if it's cool enough to handle it. I hope it's fine. I hope it's cool enough to handle. It would suck if it's not, man. But the only thing I'm worried about is that the insulated pipes here have heat transfer to the metal tiles. Because it's insulated, but then this is going to be cold. And this is going to be cold enough, right? Because of the aqua tutor, that it's going to potentially freeze the nuclear waste if the nuclear waste cools down. So I might be better off, instead of having it like this, I might be better off having it like this. That's probably fine. We'll see how it works out. Alright, so we're not charging the rad bolts yet. This is at 17, 15. 17, 15. Bam and bam. Okay. Just need more waste. Just need more wastes. Now we need juice, a little bit of power. For the time being, I think we're just going to combine these two. And then we'll have a line come down the side. Probably means we'll need a ladder here. And then we run this like that to the bottom. Okay, so that means I could probably pull this down. Like this. And then... well, we'll combine it later. We pull this line down, made out of lead. We're going to take this line, and then we're going to take this like that instead. So both of these up top, and then one of them for the meta refinery. Should be good. We'll move these later as we need them. Inside, though, it's getting kind of warm. So if I can, I want to get another Wheezewort. And it's probably because of the hot hydrogen. Not so much that the generators are not able to be cooled by the Wheezeworts. Alright, we could mine that now. Can't wait to get the AETN inside of this room. Start chilling it down a little bit better. Autosave lag. Let's get this bridge deconstructed. This pipeline has to get deconstructed. Liquid's gonna fall. Can't do anything about that. And then the pipeline should reverse, because there's not going to be a bridge intake on that side anymore. That's going to be connected once we need it to. Actually, we could connect this now. We're just going to have it off. Oh, that's cool, dude. The rad bolt generators are see-through. I didn't know that. I could see the conductive panels right through it. I could see the automation wires right through it, too. That's pretty cool. I didn't know that's actually how the rad bolt generators look like. Yeah, it's rolling now. So we have a cooling loop. It merges properly. Everything's rolling in sequence, so it's constant movement. Nothing gets jammed, nothing gets stopped, so I think we did good balance. And then we just need to get power to the aqua tuner, and then modify this room a little bit. And we'll be good. Now I do need these two tiles, though. If we can, I want to do this sooner than later. I also need it. I'll move the slime. That's going to be here. Copy paste. Alright, once we do that, we're deconstructing this tile. This is our temporary vacuum setup. So the water spilling in is actually great for us. And then I do remove this corner tile. And we're going to replace this with something else as well. Now, looking at the liquid, that's not enough. I'm thinking about opening this tile and having it spill in. But then again, I don't need a lot of actual water in here. I think whatever spills in from here is good enough. And then we just have to wait for the oxygen to kind of just get deleted. So we have a couple of tiles for that to happen. Maybe we open up and deconstruct some more tiles from our off-casting. And then we do need to sweep everything here. Gets deleted on this side. It's going down, slowly but surely. Alright, we'll leave that alone. Everything there should be set now. Now we're going to be expanding our rooms over here. So 4. Mine this out. This goes, oops. This goes down like this. Trim this. This needs to be here. And then it's this tile. I need to mop up the pea water, of course. Ah, I see. Deconstruct buildings. So that is only the tiles, right? Not the pipes. Yes, only the airflow. So I want all these items to fall down, which is why I want to deconstruct that. Let's wait for the dupes to build. This area is ready now. Nice. Let's get the power connection. This is no longer needed, and we can remove that so they don't have to unnecessarily jump over. From here, we could trim this part, remove these. I could go up the ladder this way. No, I can't. So let me do this and that to get rid of some of the other stuff. Oh, we have no way to go through. I just realized that. I guess we'll get that soon. If we could keep it germ-free and having other stuff from coming in, I'm just going to allow the area to just be a part of the design. So we could go through this way. So having this blocked off is probably fine. Go through like that. Trim this. You just got to get rid of all of this right now. I guess we could do this And then mine that. Get a tile there soon. Cool, cool. How is up top? Still sweeping, still off-gassing. Oh, we went from 1,000 to 100. That was pretty fast. Yeah, and then the top part is at 10 grams. That's actually pretty good. Alright, so solid tile is here, and then here. This comes out. This is a straight regular tile. And then we get to here, which allows us to mine everything else out. So we need to do this just because we need to release the gas, get rid of the slime lung oxygen. Slime lung in here feels bad. Let's not do that tile then. Let's get a weird ladder design. Oh, yeah. So this has to extend out insulated tiles for now. There's no way around that. Later on, we'll change it up. But for now, we can't do anything about that. It's this part I need to get the slime lung out of. Don't want that inside. Don't want that inside. Ah, all my wheezeworts are taken up, though. I want to put a wheezewort next to this area just to kill the germs. Let's build that, extend that, use the neutronium as part of the ceiling. We'll be able to extend this part out soon. Already could ladder down, pretty sweet. The water is cold, so I'm not really too worried about that. Temperature is alright as well. It's really just germs. A little bit of slime lung. We're not going to have suits inside, so that's going to be a little bit on scary side. So radiation would kill it, though. Maybe that's the play. Just use the radiation. Alright, let's finish this up. We'll probably won't have that immediately. So let me do a ladder way like this. And then we'll dig up one of the wheezeworts. Probably this one. This area is being chilled by the wheezeworts. It's actually helping, cooling down the area. But it's time for this guy to go. Move this guy out to here. Kill the polluted oxygen. We could deodorize it inside. I just don't want to have the germs here. Oh, I also want to sweep. Oh, we go through this way and come backwards. That does work, yeah. Mine this out. Get rid of these things once this is built. Oh, look at all those trash items. Mud. Alright, replace that tile. Let it fall to the ground. And we'll just sweep this. This goes through. Let's seal that up. There we go. Radiation. 20 rads per dupe. It's from this area. Yep, it's pretty bright. Pretty bright. Dude. CO2, where's this coming from? I mean, it's in grams. It's going to expand out anyways, and we'll be good. We'll be good. I guess that means we could mop up the water here, mop up the water here, mop up the water here. The logic being is that, well, I am going to probably bottle emptier this right now. Let's move all the water in. We're going to spill probably naphtha here instead for the cooling loop. And then the power lines. Oh, they're done. Okay, so let's reroute the power. Like that, like that, like that, like that. Let's cut this here, here, here. Perfect. This has power now. Oh, don't turn on. I didn't set up the aqua tuner. I mean, the thermal check. Oh, I forgot about that. Feels bad. Iron. And then automation. Oh, I can't believe I forgot about that. That's like the most important part. Thermal check on the aqua tuner. Got the 4-way split. It's working pretty well. Everything's around 30 degrees because that's the temperature of my polluter water. Can't complain. New printables. I have way too much. And I still have some unmined. I'll take the food. We had some food issues earlier, but the hatches are probably... Oh, he ate it. These hatches, dude. Gets first dibs on everything. Alright, so this nuclear waste on the floor, man, it's such a pain. Nuclear waste on the floor is such a pain, dude. It's like the hardest thing to clean up. Nuclear waste is like the hardest thing to clean up off of the ground. It's so annoying. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I was trying to do priority 9, accidentally deconstructed. My bad, my bad. Can we sweep this out though, please? Alright, probably move the water this way. Make it look a little bit better. So if we do expand out here, this makes sense. And then this could be regular pipeline still. Probably build that there, so we could build that and reach that. This is going to be a wart seed, max priority. Reroute the water, of course. This is, of course, going to have to be redone right here, but we'll do it from the top side. Remove fire pole, remove the ladder. Not the power lines, not the power lines. Cool, cool. We'll leave it like that for now. More waste. Okay, sweep only water. And then we will allow liquids. Water. Okay, cool. Sweep the water. And that's going to go to here. It's not going to be a lot more water, but should be good. And then once we do that, it should be a vacuum soon. Yep, milligrams. The CO2 is expanding, which is fine. We're not going to get more gas over here anyways. So this should be pretty safe. That tile, these tiles. And then once we clean it up, seal everything up, what we're going to want to do is remove this, make sure this could roll, and then we're going to replace these tiles right here with insulated tiles. They're not going to go back in anymore. The moment the design works, it should be able to be boxed up. So instead of pumping out the gas, we're just using the space exposure as a natural vacuum. And then we'll seal it up after as a vacuum. I do need this because I want to have the door like that. And we need a bottle emptier inside for naphtha. Of course, we could have gas in the top. It's not going to matter. It will naturally vacuum itself anyways. Reservoir on top of a geyser. Living dangerously. Yeah, man. You know what this is? This is chlorine, baby. We're never going to use it. Like, has anyone ever needed a chlorine vent, dude? I'm just saying. Alright, so the radiation's getting bopped by the Weave's wart. That's actually why we did this. What the hell is this? Slime lung on my tiles? Dude, what the jank is this? Can we get a disinfect on this, man? Geo-tuning with squeaky puffs? That's true, I guess. But, like, that's still a limited thing, like... Unless you really need... Bleachstone is what? Metal volcanoes? Unless you really need a lot more metal, like you don't, a lot of the times, man, just having a metal volcano is good enough. Alright, that's clean now. Oh, water geysers also require bleachstone? Okay. Alright, so since this is good and all the slime lung germs are gone, we're gonna move this to here. So that it could just bop the germs coming in the entrance. And then once we do that, that means I have to uproot this one as well. Once we do that, we could close this up, not worry about germs anymore. Yeah. Cool steam vent to go to 130 to use for a steam turbine. Okay, so that's also bleach stone, huh? Okay. Did you need a chlorine vent for a salt vine once? I did that because I could. Not that I needed the chlorine, though. I did that because I could. So I put the chlorine vent inside the room where my dash of salt vines are. But it doesn't actually work out because the dash of salt vines, they want to be at a lower temperature than what the chlorine geyser gets to. We go up to 50 maximum, chlorine vent hits 60 degrees. So it's weird that you need a chlorine vent to grow this indefinitely, but it's not actually good synergy. It's really weird. Minus 25 to 50, chlorine vent goes up to 60 degrees. It's one of those things that's like, it was really close. I wouldn't mind seeing Clay fine-tune that a little bit so that it's more in line with the consistency of having that be more synergetic. That way people will actually have like dash of salt line builds like that. That's all the water. Nice. We could get rid of this now and then sweep everything out. This is going to be above 24. Shout out to Kobe Bryant. And then... Oh, actually... Let's not actually have this roll yet, because I don't want to generate steam. Don't want to generate steam. I got to sweep the items first before we seal everything up. Decon this. It's not like this is running yet anyways. We need another one right there. Dude, this is hot. 160? 129? Oh no, that's kilograms. This is 96. Can't be bad, can't be mad. So they're taking their time to sweep that. This is almost ready. We're sealed up the top. This is pretty good. This is pretty good. We are making good progress today. We're going to be able to mine into this completely next time. Oh, we got to lower the amount of waste we have. Let me decon this, move this down. I want more of this to move over, but I know this is not going to actually get done properly. So I might have to do a weird design here. Here we go. Probably going to want to do this. Climb down. I want to have this get mined out, so I probably need to do that. The waste is not going to spill in peacefully, so I think what we're going to have to do is put pitcher pumps like this. This is the jankest design known to man. Not going to lie. You got to pitcher pump this so that they don't duplicate and have like something on the ground that's a bottle and then something that's on the ground that needs to be mopped up. I feel like that's the only way to get rid of the nuclear waste. Have it stack and then pitcher pump it. So you don't run into that problem where you just infinitely just keep reproducing more and more and more. Alright, we'll wait for that. We'll do this weird setup and then we'll start cracking into this. So here. Oops. Igneous ladders, no. Go back to sedimentary. And then I need to get a spillway from here to here. Mine this out. And then from here it's like this. Let's mine that out as well. Polluted oxygens, 9 kilograms CO2, it's not bad. So we're going to want the waste to spill out. And then it's going to spill into the tank so that we could get all of it at once. That way, I don't have to deal with the mop shenanigans. We could just dig straight up. So the nuclear waste just falls down. Hey, Suki, happy Friday, and thanks for the stream. Thanks for being here, Suki. And of course, thank you so much for the 100 bits. Appreciate the support. Hey, man, just happy you guys enjoy the streams. Without you guys, man, I wouldn't be streaming. So thank you guys for being an audience, being chat. If you guys are chatting, if you guys are lurking, whatever it is you guys are doing, man, thank you guys for being here. So, yo, it is mutual. But appreciate it nonetheless, Suki. Thank you for supporting me and the Mamba. Is that waste? No, that's chlorine. That's actually fine. I thought that was nuclear waste. Cool, cool. Alright, this is actually done, so that means we do this and we mine this all out. This is depleted uranium. This is fine. Hopefully it should be safe to mine all this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll leave that one there to climb up and mine out the rest. And then from there, it's a straightforward dig. We have a double bubble. So we see the route already that we have to mine up. Here, here, here. Let's go like that, so it doesn't break from pressure while we still have the dupes do this. And then we could do this, so we could stand on top of this to mine these two, ladder up for that one. Autosave lag. Aluminum. I think that's the play. Alright, so all the germs should be gone now, right? Yep. Radiation too strong. Now we could seal this up. Polluted oxygen, we're not really too... Ooh, the chlorine might suck. Let me actually deconstruct this tile. Because I don't think we have germs near here. And then I'm hoping for the chlorine and CO2 to leave. If it could do that. We don't have any random gases inside anymore. It's really just a chlorine I want gone. So we have CO2, maybe a random bubble of PO2, and then mostly oxygen. We'll pump this out eventually. Last bubble. I see you, man. Come on, chlorine. Move out. Move out. Alright, that's sealed up. We're almost able to go back inside. So now over here, this pipe, or this power line, is able to be removed. We'll remove that as well. Once we're ready. It's gone. Let's go. Seal it up, and we could go into the box now. Let's go. Let's go. Slight expansion. We're probably going to push this out too. I just don't know what kind of rooms we'll have over here. That's the only thing that's a little bit weird about this location. I don't know what I'll put here. And I'm also willing to move the sludge press to move it outside. I think, though, we're going to use the sludge press around right here so that we could utilize the sieve still. Right? The sieve is kind of how we're cleaning the mud water. So I think that's going to be a good play. We could remove that from here, use this for something else. This goes outside. Maybe we do this now. Why not, right? That's a refinement. Sludge press. Let's get the pipeline in. This is going to be a bridge into the intake. So it doesn't really matter how we do this. Let's just do it like that. And then whether it's water, whether it's polluted... Oh, no, it's a fork. Because of how that works. Ah, damn it. Okay, so we're gonna bop this line because we don't need this anymore. And then we need to have another bridge here. But we want the meta refinery to be prioritized. Alright, so this bridge is actually in a horrible spot. Because I want this to split. So that means my bridge has to be here. It's overlapping. So it's going to be like that, and then we'll deconstruct, fix that. This is going to be the new pipeline reroute. We'll do this now. Cancel, cancel. This goes this way. We'll cut out this line. We'll let this empty out, and then we'll deconstruct this. And then we need power for this. This should have a little bit more room, believe it or not. I don't think everything would be running at the same time. 240, 14, 1660. How much is this? $17.80. Oh, I actually don't. Because I have separate pipelines, there's a good chance I get some jank situations here. Yeah, okay. So let's go like this. Let's also do it like that. We'll have this connected. Doesn't move up though. Okay, so that's fine. And then right here, I should have a separate line for this. Because if this is running, this is running. If this is running, if any of these are running, this is running. And then if this is running, that's the bulk of the power. And then we go up to probably 360 watts here. So I should have a separate line. Okay. We'll listen to the voice of reason. Do it like that. And then polluted water or regular water going into here is fine. That means we don't need this. We don't need that anymore. These pipeline shenanigans no longer need to be here. So the bridge is gone here with a weird setup. And this is just a bathroom overflow set now. Nice. We could mop this up. And then we need to move out the polluted dirt. This power is no longer needed anymore either. Nice. Good stuff, good stuff. We could cut this now. And then all we gotta do is remove this. That's completely safe. There we go. Now that that's good, nothing in here, right? Nope. This is gonna be opened. Good stuff, good stuff. A little bit of yucky lungs, nothing too bad. We could go down to here from the ladders. We gotta get rid of both of these. Get the wart seeds back out to the other side. Copy and paste. That's gonna be these two again. Alright, we don't need this extra chilling. And then we're gonna start replacing these tiles with regular tiles for move speed bonus. I'm gonna keep this sealed up though for the room bonus. The barracks bonus. That should be fine. Alright, so how is this? Oh, it's spilled out? Oh, I was supposed to mine this out too. Now we have nuclear waste on these tiles. I guess it could drop straight down. Oops. It could drop straight down and not really be a problem. And I'll probably go like that. So that we could still climb up to the top if we want to. Get close to the uranium, drop that. This is hot though. That's going to be a problem. Maybe we have a spillway through the crack. Maybe we just pitcher pump it from there. So many options. Look at the Mamba. He's staring at me. I think it's time for him to wake up. Ooh, big yawn, dude. Such ferocious teeth the Mamba has. Is this a vacuum yet? Nope. Okay, we'll have to do this next stream. And guys, I think this is going to be a great spot for us to wrap things up for the night. So, guys, if you guys have any last-minute questions, anything you guys want to ask, any questions you guys may have, anything about the game, doesn't have to be what we're doing. Dude, now's the time to ask. And of course, the Mamba's awake. He is up and about. Oh, that's right, guys. I'll have to, if you guys are here, you guys will be in for a treat. But before we do any of that, looks like we have no questions. We are going to wrap up. So let me put back to a 1x speed. Let's get that saving.